Yo, what's going on YouTube? Tactics here, and today I'm playing some Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, and today we're going to be doing the Bleak Falls Barrow mission. It's the first mission that you get. You have to retrieve the Dragonstone. Now I understand that this big, mission has been played a bazillion and 4 times in YouTube and Google and everywhere you can possibly imagine. I'm sure you've played it before, but I'm going to show you some things that are different, like how to go through the Bleak Falls Barrows properly and level up some key skills like stealth. And it's really easy and fun. But first things first, I gotta get to Bleak Falls Barrow first, so let me get there. And I'll see you in a sec. Alright guys, I am finally here. Took a little bit, but I got there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip my bow. And I'm going to sneak next to these guys. This is the first approach to get your sneak up. And I'm going to try to kill them while sneaking with a bow. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But it really, if you succeed, you can possibly level up your sneaking pretty simply. But it looks like I don't have any arrows, so I'm going to have to go balls out. If I had arrows, I would do it. But since I told you guys should be happy. And let's see here. I don't know why I have all this stuff. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go after them. Another thing you can do is you can also start leveling up your block pretty easily. You just want to avoid those archers. So if you just hold this up, if he hits me, and you can keep doing that. He hits that a few times. And I'm just going to attack him and let him hit me a couple more times with the thing. Get his money. Always take the money. My goal is to get a $5,000. That's what I want. And once I get that, I'll be set. Now this guy's another archer, so what I like to do with archers is I like to go in a zigzag type of motion. And then, when I get close enough, attack. And it'll attack you, and it'll attack you, and it'll keep attacking you with that little dagger thing, and it increases your block. You can do that for a few minutes, and then you can kill him if you want. Or you can do whatever you want. Or you can just kill him. But if you want to level up a little quicker, that's what I recommend. And speaking of leveling up, I am going to level up. And I'm going to pick health right now. Ooh, I leveled up twice. Health and stamina at the moment. So from doing all those little speed little type of things, I can level up 2 times already. So I'm level 3, I believe. Yep, level 3. So the higher the level you get, the more tough the enemy gets, the better loot you find. That's a very true fact. Now I'm getting into Bleak Falls Barrow. And once it loads, I'm gonna. I think I may have arrows. If I have arrows, I'll use them. I thought I got some arrows, but we'll see. Did I forget to get the arrows? Oh well. Alright, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and loot these skeevers, because the skeever gives you the skeever tail. And the skeever tail is used for potions. And I like potions, because I want to learn them all. I want to eventually learn them. And in order to do that, in order to unlock the first unknown, you have to eat it. If no one knows that. If you do, good. Congratulations. Now maybe this bandit has... Nope. Alright, so this guy's already sensed me, so there's no point in doing anything. Come on, hit me again. So you can see that I just keep continuously just use my shield. I'm sorry I couldn't talk for a second. Another thing you can also do right now is you can start looting all of your enemies right now. Because if you want to make some money, you can sell their stuff that you loot. Which I'm going to do. And then what's good about it is if, you know, you run out of room or whatever, you can always take something out. You know, you can always just get rid of something. So that's what I'll do. The next thing I like to level up is the lockpick a little bit. Now I move it around a little bit until I find that spot that turns it. And then I can basically figure out exactly where the lock's going to be from there. Well, that takes some experience. Alright, going through this place. I love to loot everything. Even later in the game. Like unless I run unless I have so much good stuff that I just don't want to get rid of it, I'll loot whatever I can. Because in the long run it gives you a lot of money. Now another little quick tip is to always majorly do a major regular save, not like an auto save, but a major save after each mission you do, just in case, you know, like for some reason there's some type of bug. And that's what happened to me in my last profile. I got really far and turns out there was a bug and I couldn't become Thane of Falkreath, so I decided to end it because I can't do anything. And there was another bug in the Dragonborn DLC, but that's a different story. I'll talk about that bug later on. Now this part, you have 2 options. You can sneak like I just did and wait till he does whatever he does and lets him kill himself, or you can go ahead and attack him. For me, I'm actually going to go let him kill himself. I feel like that's the best way to go. And he kills himself. Now, if you're not familiar with Skyrim and their different types of things they do, the different types of puzzles, usually there's always a clue with these puzzles. As you can see, there is 2 snakes and a fish as symbols right here. And if you can see over here, there's different symbols. There's a bird, a fish, and a bird. If you spin them, it comes up with a different type of animal, like a snake. And then since it says snake, you match them up. So snake, and then the second one's snake, so the second one's going to be snake. And then the third one is going to be fish, or whatever that is. And then you're going to press the button. And boom, it's open. Now, there's always going to be a skill book here. It's called Thief. I'm actually going to keep it for some odd reason. And there's also a chest you can loot. And some empty urns. And there's soul gems. I love soul gems. I think one of my favorite types of perks in this game is enchanting. If you want to be really successful in Elder Scrolls Online or Elder Scrolls Skyrim, you want to get enchanting maxed out. I'm going to show you later on in a future video how to get enchanting up there in and just wreck people and make your armor beastly. And as you know, I just picked up a poison, and I'm actually going to use it. I don't generally use poisons, but I want to start using poisons. Because right here, you're going to come here, you're going to see a large snake. So I'm going to go into my potions, and it says I got a potion, a weak paralysis potion. So I can, if you have a weapon equipped, you can click on it and use it. Do you wish to use the potion? Yes, I want to use it on my iron sword. So now I have a potion. Now I have something on here, and this will hurt him a little bit. It will make him paralyzed. You see, he can't do much. And I am in the beginning of the game, and I am playing as adept, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me. If it becomes like that, there's a way you could actually get around this. You can actually just go right here and heal yourself. Basically, he can't attack you, he can't do nothing, and then you can use healing and heal yourself because you're not using magic at this point if you're going my route. So I use that, boom. And then I'm going to go out there and wreck him again. And I'm going to use a dagger and a sword. Pretty weird combination, but you know what? So this guy really is really ferocious. If you play on novice, of course this will be a lot easier. Now you can see that my health is low again, so I'm going to go over here and wait till I heal. That's the best I can do right now. When you're in the beginning levels and you use just, you're using these standard weapons, the best thing to do is probably do what I'm doing. It can never attack you. It might be able to like throw some poison at you or something, but this is the best way to go. I'll show you some other things after I destroy this wounded frostbite spider. You can also hold down your trigger button and you can do a power attack, which I just did. And you can search him if you like, and he has frostbite venom, and I'm going to use it. And I'm going to take it for the future. Now you're going to see this guy right here. His name is Arvel the Swift. What he has is the golden claw, which you need, which will be in a second video on how to return a golden claw. But the best thing to do is if you don't want to go on a hunt for him, you can just knock him down from this spider web. He'll say something to you and just instantly attack him. Because all he does is run away from you. And then there's the golden claw. And then there's his journal and everything else. So now we're in the next part. I'm going to put my shield back on. As you can see, I have lots of loot, which is perfectly fine for me. I don't mind. And I'm going to go on each urn and see if there's anything in them. What I really, really, really need are some arrows, and I can't find any for some reason, which is alright. I can find gold. I almost have 1,000 gold, and I'm only in the beginning. And I haven't done any cheats or anything like that. And if you guys want to know any ways to make some easy money, I know some easy ways. And I use them. I'll probably use them in this. But I'm going to try my best not to. I want to upgrade from this. Now we're in where the Draugrs are. If you have good sneak, sometimes you'll be able to attack a Draugr while it's still sleeping. I'll show you an example of that after I kill this thing. This guy's going to go ahead and attack me. I'm going to go block him, because I would. And he's going to try to attack me again. I'll block him again. Block, block. And just increases your block. Another cool little thing here is if your health gets low, like mine's getting, there's a way you can bring back your health without using any potions or anything like that. What you can do is if you're that low, you can go ahead and just click on the level up button and level up whatever perk you like. And I'm going to do health again. And it brings you back to max health. That's just a little thing you can use if you want. And of course you want to loot them if you want. Right? You don't have to loot them, but I prefer to. Especially with all the weapons they have that are worth 20 coins right now is like a lot of money. So I recommend doing it. Now let's see here. Now there's always these little buttons everywhere in the game. This is what a trigger is. If I click on it, it makes that door open. So if you can see these, if you can spot them, you can just go simply walk around them. Now, if this one doesn't awaken, I'll show you a little cool. Alright, so you see how there's all these joggers here? And then all these skeletons, and then there's one jogger that just looks like nothing's happened to it as far as decomposition. Well, you can just attack it while it's sleeping, and it will wake up, and it gives you sneak bonus, and it levels up your sneak. You can always do that if you like. It looks like this is a pretty strong jogger, but what he's using won't really do much. And you'll find out throughout the whole entire game that there's a lot of joggers that don't spawn, and they do that on purpose. It looks like I got a new spell tome. Oh, let's see. It is flames. I already have flames. Alright, so now there's more joggers awakening. And I'm just going to spam my buttons and destroy them. It's the easiest way to do it. I think there's 2 behind me. Alright, so if you start getting to low health and you don't have any potions, you can always just go around and just try to bring back your health. But I have potions in my case, so if I have to use them, I will. And I killed it. Another little helpful hint is I am playing at Adept. I'm not playing Master, but I'm playing the notch before Master, so things can get hard, but there is better loot and there's more attack or hit markers. So that means you're gonna get more challenge points or skill points. So what I like to do is if it gets hard like this, because you can basically sense that it's hard. I like to just do a little quick save if there's no enemies around, and what that does is it gives you a nice automatic save. So if you die, you're gonna spawn right here. You don't have to go through all that again. And it looks like I have too much, and like I said, you can always go into your apparel, find the least expensive things. Let's see here. The least expensive stuff here are this, and that, and that, and that, and that. Let's see here. That's pretty cheap. Weapons, as far as weapons go, my cheapest weapon is probably my iron sword. My iron dagger, both my iron daggers, it's not that bad, 30. But I got multiple types of bows. And I got 17, oh good, okay. There we go. Alright, so I do have some arrows now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the best bow you hear. It tells you the damage and whatnot on the left, weight, and then value. Let's see. It looks like this got 9 damage. This has got 8 damage, and this has got 7 damage. So I'm going to pick the Ancient Nord bow as my choice. Now this is pretty easy to get through because you can kind of see the pattern here. As soon as this one swings, like right there, you just go through and close the thing. And you won't get hurt. Now what you can do is you can do some sneaking techniques around here. See if there's any, like, in these little things, or sometimes there's always a Draugr. But in this case there isn't. So we're going to move down to the next section. You see that Draugr right there? I'm going to attack it. And since I was in sneak mode, I actually did get points for sneaking. Now he's going to attack me. So I'm going to switch to my... I want to switch to those boots at first. And I'm going to switch to my shield, and I'm going to pick this. Now right now, this is actually a better weapon than the other previous weapon. You can also use the two-handed weapons if you like, but I am not a big fan of two-handed weapons, so I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to take this battle axe because I don't have enough weight. You got to always keep in mind the weight. Now, if you see here, there's a Draugr right there. And you can see because it looks like a fully regular Draugr just in its burial. What you can do is from here, you can go ahead and get into your sneak position and then attack them. And you get 2 times attack, and you can see more attack you get, the more, it's easy. Now, if you notice on the ground there is fire, or there is like gas or oil, you can go ahead and find a Nord, or an ancient Nord or a Draugr, whatever you want to call it. And if you want, I'm gonna do it for you. You can go to your destruction spells, go all the way over here, and then you click on the fire button, and the whole thing will catch on fire. And if there's any other Draugrs, they're gonna run into the fire and basically get killed. And there we go. Pretty simple. You don't have to use that technique. I like to use that technique, but you don't have to. Now I'm going to switch back to my shield. Actually, you know what? I'm going to favor you. By favor, you can press the Y button or whatever the button is on the PlayStation. And I'm going to make the Ancient Nord bow one of my favorites. And I'm going to go into sneak mode again. Good thing about third person mode is you can see everything around you. So I recommend third person mode if you want to use it. You don't have to use it. And it looks like I'm getting through. It looks like there's nothing here, so it's pretty safe to say you don't have to be in sneak mode. Now we're in area. And since I memorized, that's where the Draugrs are going to come out of. And I'm just going to attack him with my bow for a little bit. Because I'd rather kill him from a distance because it's just better for me. And there's also a chest to loot. I only believe there's only one chest here. And you don't need any special lock picking techniques. Now it looks like once again I have too much. So I can go ahead and see what I have most of. It looks like I have 4 iron swords and 3 of these ancient axes. The iron swords are more expensive, so I'm going to get rid of the axes, all of them. And I'm going to move on to the next stage of Bleak Falls Barrow. And here we are, the cave. There isn't much here at all, but we're just going to head and just marry along. Get the next chest, don't have to do any lockpicking. And get everything that's in the chest. Looks like I got some scrolls and things like that, which are good to sell if you're not going to use anything. I don't generally use scrolls, so I'm not going to use it. If you're going to be turning a corner, the best thing to do is probably go into sneak, just to see what's out there. And it looks like there's a skeleton, or a Draugr, girl Draugr. So I'm going to attack it. And I got sneak points for it. Didn't even touch me. Now, you can go forward, that's the next stage, or you can jump down. Jumping down brings you to a little area where there's another chest. And this one you actually have to pick, which is a novice one, so you can do that. Wiggle this around and see where it turns the most. Looks like it turns right here the most, so we'll open it up from right there. And take everything that's in there, except the iron sword. I don't want the iron sword. You can take it if you like. And I'm going to move on to the next stage. This mission's very fun, it's straightforward, it's just basically following the path. And next, I see a Draugr, and it doesn't see me, so I'm going to attack. Oh, it's starting to see me. Oh shit. Oh, I got sneak. Oh no, it's coming after me. Alright, alright. Let's do it. Oh. Let's get my iron shield out here, and get my ancient Nord sword. Now I'm going to go back to the first person and let it attack me a few times. Go ahead. If it attacks you and you block it, it may decrease your stamina, a little bit of your health, but not as nearly as much as it usually could. Like that, like I missed. Ooh, this one's killing my ass. Alright, there we go. There we go. Get everything here. And there's a small little chest here. It's an apprentice lockpick, which is a 1 step harder. And my first lockpick broke. But it's not that much harder. A little bit. I already broke 2 locks. It should be around here. Yep. Get everything in there. Harder the lock is the pick, the better. Now I am aware of where I am. So I do know that the boss is coming up. So I am not going to use my leveling up yet because I want to save it for this next area. I'm going to enter it. Another thing I might recommend is go ahead and save right before you get to the boss if you've played enough and you know where the boss is, or you have an idea of where the boss is, or you know the boss is coming up, or you got really far in a maze or whatever. So I'm going to save right here. I think I have a little bit more to go. And that's it. I don't know if there's any more enemies. If there are, I'll just switch to whatever I gotta switch to. Oh yeah, there's more enemies. Apparel. It's the same exact technique. You can see that. You can see how the pattern is. It's the same thing. And there's gonna be one drawer that comes here. Now there's also going to be another Draugr that's going to come down here, maybe. And you can see there's more gas in the ground, so if he comes after you like he is for me, you can go ahead, switch to your destruction spell, your flame spell, and flame the floor, or you can attack those things right there, these little pot things, and they have fire in them, and you can destroy the Draugr. And you can even loot them. And you wait for the fire to go away, and then there's one more Draugr to destroy. I'm going to use a little bit of fire and the combination of one-handed. That's just to level up my one-handed and my destruction. I can tell you a spell later on that will actually speed up your destruction leveling, but that's later on. So don't worry about that at the moment. And we're going to keep moving. And we enter this area. Now, some people may not understand what to do here. The best thing to do is look at these symbols. You can see that there's lots of symbols here, and that if you activate it, it will turn it around to the next symbol. Demonstrate. If I turn the top one up, it turns into an owl, and so on. So, what we got earlier was the golden claw, and here it is. And if we zoom into it, you can see that there are symbols right there. You got a bear, a fly, and an owl. So, I would put a bear, a fly, and an owl. And that should do it right there. Put and then in the middle there's a little keyhole. Put the golden claw into the keyhole and unlock the door. And it opens up a secret passage. I guess you can call it secret. And now we're seriously at the boss. So just like I said before, save. And also remember to use your surroundings. As you can see, there's lots of area around here. So if the thing starts attacking, you can use this area to your advantage. And I'll show you a different technique because I'm sure I'll need it because I am like I said, I am in depth, and it is a little more difficult than normal. So I may have to do my little technique. But first of all, before you want to go up here, if you go to near this waterfall here, it's the second waterfall. If you go behind it, it is the second waterfall. Yeah, it is the second waterfall, and then there's a secret chest with coin. Then you work your way back up. And then after every dungeon, there's always a major chest thing. I'm going to open it up, take what I want. Ring of Magic, Swords of the Ember, Akintosh, some good stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my thing, the Sword of Embers is what I'm going to use, and a Steel Mace. I'm going to use those together. And there's also a Petty Stole Gem and a Frenzy Potion, which I'm going to use. I'm going to use it to my advantage. Creatures and people up to level 5 attack anything nearby for 10 seconds. That ain't really going to do much for me, but I got this right here. I'll put it on my Steel Sword. And in order to activate the final part of the quest, you have to go to this wall and get the first word of the Dragonborn. It's called Force. Unrelenting force is what your first thing is. Then after you do that, this thing's gonna pop open and the Overlord's gonna come out. Now you gotta watch out for him. He's got a pretty good type of sword thing. But since I got this awesome sword here of Embers, I'll be able to kill him pretty easily, which I'm pretty surprised at. And he has a dragon stone, which you need. That's the mission. So take the dragon stone. Then you got bone meal. I like bone meal. Amulet of Diabla and the axe of the ancient Nord war axe of Cold. That is gonna complete this mission basically. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna finally you can put your stuff away now. I don't think there's any more enemies. And you're gonna go up here into this doorway, and there's gonna be this little lever here. You're gonna click on the lever. And you're going to go through it, obviously. There's your secret entrance. You're going to jump down, and then to the right will be a chest, which has some gold and a steel mace if you really want the steel mace, which I don't. Actually, I'm going to keep the steel mace because I'd rather have steel maces anyways. Steel mace is worth 65. I'm going to get rid of get rid of the iron swords. And then there's also some stuff here. There's some mountain flowers and things like that. And I'm going to go into my ingredients and just try them. Let's see here. This one, I don't have it. I do have that one. Spider egg. And then that. And there we go. All you do from here is you go to Whiterun and you give him the stone. And then we'll get onto that soon. But that is going to end this video, or this mission, Bleak Falls Barrow. And that will be it. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope it helped a little bit if you're brand new at this game. If not, you're just laughing at me, that's fine too. But I will see you later. See you, and peace out.